So you haven't seen me down in my basement for a couple of weeks, and you're probably wondering why. This is why. That's a bunch of stuff I've decluttered and we haven't gotten rid of yet. And then, hello winter, we had to put plastic over the door because it was super duper cold, and the bulkhead, that's like a bulkhead exit, covered in snow, so that's an issue. So it's gonna have to, like, honestly, it's gonna have to go up the stairs. Then that's not all. This is another reason. This is the stuff that was from my son moving, and we have not gotten rid of this stuff yet. And then this is a whole nother issue because if you remember, what I really want to do is I want to move this shelf right there and put all of the seasonal items on this bigger shelf, but over here. But as you can see, I have kayaks. I almost just tripped over a box. I have kayaks in the way. And so I've been wanting Robin to help me, but then the van broke down. And so he was fixing the van last weekend when I would have had him kind of moving some things around and getting all these Goodwill things out. And we need to figure out where my son's drums are going. And there's just always a reason, isn't there, why you can't get the things done you want to get done. So it stops here. I'm not going to let it get in my way. I am going to do what I can. We'll deal with the messes. Is that it? Is that where it is? I don't even know. Can't see it. I have my glasses. Oh yeah. We'll deal with the messes later, but this is the mess I'm interested in today, and I'm just going to keep on going like that stuff doesn't even exist since I can't do anything about it. All right, so I'm going to pivot these out of the way. They're really not that heavy. Alright, with that done, I'm going to move stuff out of the way. I'm really going to empty this so that I can move this over and fill it. I got this.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out.
Yay! I like that so much better. I have this big blue box. I will bet you anything does not fit. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Alright, what's in here? It's all life jackets, which we need new ones, but I'm not prepared for that today. This is all like boat stuff. So this is going. This is bocce ball, which should be lower. It's super heavy. And then fishing is the stuff we use the most, besides the life jackets. So whenever I'm organizing a space, first of all, I think if it was in a room upstairs, what am I using this space for? And then secondly, you know, just like we prioritize time, I want to do whatever is on my goal list first. The same with spaces. Whatever we're going to grab, most often you want to be super accessible. Now, Although I'd love to have I might string up the life jackets, but for today, I don't want them on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and put some here, maybe some here. Fishing is going to be here because we use that the most. Life jackets, we also use the most for the kayaks. So these ones we don't use as much. And honestly, will be the first to declutter. I have a feeling that I'm going to be doing all new life jackets. Honestly, I need to talk to my husband about this because I remember when I was decluttering life jackets last time, some of you were saying that you should only keep life jackets for a certain number of years, and I'm pretty confident every life jacket I have would surpass whatever that time frame would be. And in Maine, when you're a certain age, you can just have the life jacket in the boat with you. You don't have to have it on, but we insist that anyone who uses our kayaks actively has a life jacket on. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you capsize, there's usually a good reason for that, and you do not want to be pinned under anything and you don't have, it's just not smart. I feel like the life jacket has a purpose, and it's just sitting in the boat, you know, because I'm talking about my kids here. If it's just sitting in the boat, it's not fulfilling that purpose. All right, so this is honestly not the worst ever to have it here on the shelf. Just don't want straps hanging down. All right, so this, I want to make sure our tackle boxes are here. And then here I have, can you see this even? Yeah, I got balls, like volleyball, soccer balls, basketballs, and our pump. So that, I'm just going to slide here on the bottom. The pump probably needs to come out. That bulky. Where's this work? Plan B. I gotta find a box. I need another box. It works. Okay. If I ever chose to declutter these balls, then I might need the cover. It would be sad I got rid of it. Here's an empty box. I was just thinking I might have room to put the ice skates on. Pool noodle. Stick it in the back. Helmets. I feel like this stuff needs to stand. We actually have more chairs than this. They're actually, we're in one of our cars, the pink car. It was a Mitsubishi that we got rid of because the transmission went, and you can't get transmissions for that car anymore. They don't make them. The Mirage. So we gave it to someone who does scrapping. He took it. So we have all these chairs that ended up in my old office where I did my live. They're on the floor. You can't see them when I'm doing a live. I'll need to bring those down here as well. This is kind of a good spot. This will not be Pinterest worthy, but it will be usable, which is the more important thing, right? So like, maybe this should stand up too. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put these down here, and maybe I'll have room for the skates. I believe, is a big soccer ball. This I'm going to declutter because it's kind of a mess. So I'm going to get rid of this. It's old. And lastly, then we have a fishing net. Over here. Water shoes. Put right there. Yes, that looks so much better. Here is the finished product, and I could not be happier. It looks so very much better. Now, could I improve this a little bit by like putting these reels in a little box and the shoes? Yes, I could. Yes, I could. Let's live with this for a minute and just make sure it's what I want. And then I can always tweak it later. And I put the chairs here, the soccer goal, the fishing poles over here. I'm kind of cozying these by the suitcases. I actually had wanted to declutter one of these. I can't remember. I think that one. I feel like if you have that one, and then we also have a cloth one that I put somewhere on here, down behind here. I don't really feel like I also need a third one, but my husband wasn't ready to get rid of it, so I mean, sometimes there's things I don't want to get rid of, so we'll be patient and we'll keep it and see if we use it this year, and if we don't, we'll have that conversation again. So now I have this, and you can see there's a little piece missing, but it just fell. I can get it back. It was when I was moving it. But you see, it actually, I realized it goes with this, and I do think this is a bit of a hot mess. And although I see that we need to get rid of this, and we have talked about that monitor, I think it is going to go. Hallelujah. I still think it would be useful if I built this shelf up using the rest of this. The reason for that is here. So we had these notebooks that he has here, and here are also some things that he had, my husband. And so I feel like if I put the other shelves on, it's going to come up about even with, or maybe it's even that tall. I don't even know. Actually, yeah, because it would go up 2 instead of 1. There's 1 extra there. Then we can loosen this up and honestly make it easier for him to declutter it, or at least see what he has. So I don't have time to do that now because I made a promise to my girls that I would take them to Dunkin' to get them a drink. But I think maybe first thing in the morning I'm going to come down here and see if I can get that shelf up as well. And that would be a twofer, because this was about a 30 minutes worth of work that I already did. And so 30 minutes tomorrow, you know, you're just pecking away at it. You take your goals and you decide what's important, and then, you know, 20, 30 minutes a day, you get a ton done. Back down to the basement. It's a couple days later. I'm trying to get back in a good rhythm of accomplishing my goals again and just taking a little bit of time each day. I kind of think I got off track when my son moved. Things got busy again, and as you notice, I wasn't really posting videos, so I'm back on it again. So I need to pull the kayaks back over, and then I think what I really need to do is pull this stuff off so that I can put this shelf part back up here. Ooh, thought I was going to knock over my camera. That was a little harder than I pictured. I totally had the wrong sweater on for this because, but now I can get this shelf area at least cleared off enough that I can put the poles on these things so that I can put the shelves back. So, yes, of course, you all know I would love to get rid of 99%. Yes, this needs to go. My husband and I have talked about it. I think he's ready. I just need to say it again. Maybe in the next load that we take, when we take all the other stuff. This is a router. I know he's not going to get rid of that. He always does love to have spare parts. This went to an old carpet cleaner, so I know I can get rid of this. Okay, I've officially decluttered something. Wow, I remember this. Should go with grocery bags. If you're wondering why I have this, I already agree it needs to go. If you have a basement, let me know. Do you vacuum and dust your basement regularly? It's something I'm feeling kind of convicted about that I don't do. Or sweep and vacuum. How often do you do that type of stuff in your basement? I'd really love to know. If I'm gonna have a basement space, I need to maintain it. It's not the most sturdy thing, but it works. Now I feel like I need to figure out what is lightweight that could be put up here. For one thing, oh wow, does that look as crooked to you as it does to me? Oh my goodness, my husband might need to tweak this a little. But I definitely need to put whatever can be hoisted easily on the top. These are Robin's trophies. I can put that here. I have this box and this box of his that are like notebooks and things he doesn't want to get rid of. Actually, these are pictures. Oh dear. Wouldn't you know, I had these things I thought, oh, just pop the box up there. And as I look through them, it's like, this is a mixture of stuff. This isn't just one thing. So I feel like they really need to be decluttered. Like this, I feel like there was some stuff we were going to get rid of, but then there's some like, well, that's to get rid of, I think. So I need to ask him about these things before I just put them up there. A lot of it's stuff that should go in his tool area, which is over there, and really a big area that I want to get organized this year too. So I guess I need to see what is in this bottom box. This I know he won't want. Get rid of that. These notebooks, I know he'll want. That hat. This was his dad's, so I know he wants it. This. Some Hebrew stuff he'll want. Then these, oh, this is something of my son's to get rid of. I know he doesn't want it. These are family pictures, things. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so these are things I am keeping. Keeping this. Huh. So cute. I am... Yeah, so I'll keep these. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. We haven't used this in a long time, and I know this needs to be decluttered. Then these two, or these three, these two I'll put with pictures, and this I'll put with fall decor, because that's something I do put out in the fall. So now I can put these things he wants in this milk crate, which is nice and sturdy. And this, oh, yay! These are things we were getting rid of. This is a journal of mine, so rather than put it with Goodwill stuff, I need to throw it away. Isn't that funny? This just shows that when I do things that I don't do it all the way, then I don't even know what the heck it is. I could have sworn that was something that needed to be put up on the shelf. Instead, it's something that's being decluttered, the whole box. All right, let's see what fits here. All right, this does fit. And there's other notebooks right here of his, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in here alongside. This is a book, should go with books. This is mail. What the heck? Why is that here? Thank you for your order. Oh, it's like a manual for the leaf blower. So that should go with the leaf blower batteries. But these notebooks, oh, and this is a laptop cover. Let's see if he wants that. This is actually homeschool stuff that I need to keep. Records that say I had permission to homeschool. That's kind of important. This is a Netflix DVD from the old days. I need to return this to them. But every time I returned one, there was others I wanted, and it would send them. But maybe they don't do that anymore, hopefully. So I need to just send that to them. All right, so these notebooks of his are going in here. It's interesting because we've talked about moving again. If we did move, we'd want to go somewhere that's more in town, less remote. We're kind of over the whole countryside because travel is just so frustrating. And our daughters are older. They all want to work. It's really hard in the winter. So if we were to move, we would probably be moving somewhere with zero storage. So even though I thought I was near the end of my decluttering journey, we might just be right at the beginning. Because even if we can't move now, we probably would move in 2 years once all the girls are 18 and older. All right, so this is a camcorder he did not want to get rid of, but it's nice and light, so I can put that up here. What I like about this is it's going to make this whole area nice and loose. You know, it's not going to be all cramped and crowded. Okay. And I'm hoping that having things all nice and loose will make it easier to declutter them. Because you just, my phone, because you're just going to see them and then be like, why do I have this? I made the mistake of texting him that we needed heating oil. So now he keeps texting me. All right, this can go here. He has old laptops in this box, which sometimes, I don't know if he needs memory or something, he'll pull something out of there or something breaks. I don't know. Oh, I just realized I'm going to push this back and put this up here because I have those safes. And maybe I'll put this here. Hope it doesn't fall. Alright. These are just boxes he has to keep in case his company ever wants their equipment back. He has to put it in the same box. This one feels empty. And then these look like some computer part treasures. Not to me. Put that here. This box he needs to go through. I'll put it with the other box that I know is definitely to get rid of. So this needs to go with my homeschool stuff. So I feel really good about this whole side now. I feel like everything is at least very organized. And, you know, it was a bit of a reality check for me. Just being down here, there's still so much. But we honestly, this looks so much better. And we need an entire Saturday to just be getting rid of the things that we've already identified as going. Those things too. That box is science equipment I'm not going to use. And I bet you there's something in there I'm not going to use. I'm not even looking right now. And then all of my son's things we need to get rid of because I really want to get all of this decluttered and organized. And then these two are empty, so I'd like to at least get rid of this bigger one. I know my husband was a little bit hesitant to get rid of both. This we need to go through again, and if it is staying, it needs to be organized. All of this pile is going, and at some point we need to go through like old building supplies. We just have different things that have gotten kept over time. It seems like when you get near the end, you realize you have so much left to do. But I'm not going to get discouraged. We're just going to keep on pecking away at it because I know that even if we were to move this year or in 2 years, this is going to be such a blessing to have all of this stuff pared down. And it's at least helped me to identify anything that might be of value. I want to divide up anything I'm giving the kids. I only have 3 who are interested in the china, so I need to get that divided up. I need to get the photos dealt with. When I was giving Christian some of his stuff before he moved, he was like, because I'm giving him like team pictures and all this thing. He's like, you don't want any of this? You don't want to remember? It's like, no, I have copies. It's stuff everywhere, and I don't need every single photo. I need like 1 to remember that year, or 2 or 3 to remember maybe that soccer season, you know? So it's where I am in life, and it's different when you're younger. You're collecting more, and when you get to be my age, oh boy, you just are like, no, it needs to go. So there's plenty more to come. So stick with me. Give me a like. Click on the like button if this stuff is valuable to you. And I'm going to put up another video that you might be interested to watch that is also a basement declutter. And remember, as always, that God loves you and I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time.